gotten this terrible cold. You'll get a cold when you come to England.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, we haven't gotten it yet. So it's so far so good.
This is your first time in England then, so what do you think then?
Oh, honestly, we didn't know what to expect, and we've been to quite a few countries, but when we first got here, just going through customs was... We realized that this place is awesome.
We met the friendliest people.
Yeah, they were just friendly, joking and stuff. And usually when you go through customs, it's very serious.
Yes, it is, isn't it? You don't want to even crack a smile, do you?
Yeah, he cracked a joke.
No, you're not allowed to do that.
No, yeah, well, he cracked a joke in the United States and almost got tased.
Yeah,
and so now we just have our hands behind our backs and, just very respectful.
And just to say, you wouldn't want to mess with you two because you are, oh my goodness, you are ripped. I feel really puny sitting here next to you. Really.
My ego for the day. Yeah, perfect.
I'm feeling very confident.
Oh, wow, great. What's the weirdest thing about England so far that you've seen or experienced? Yeah.
Well, I told you this before or off air, but we found out about 2 months before we came. We did like a saliva genetics or a saliva DNA test.
Oh, we were talking about that the other week. Yeah.
And so we found out that we were 93% British, and so we were like, hey, we're just like going back to our home roots. And so we came here, and it was right when we walked into the hotel room or the hotel. In the vending machine, my top 5 favorite candies were were all inside the vending machine, and my favorite soda, Dr. Pepper, was there, and I was like, I'm home. This is perfect.
And so this is the first time you've been here, and you mentioned your family history there, and you've got an amazing history, haven't you? So your father is a very famous pro wrestler in the States as well. So I mean, he's achieved so much in his life, hasn't he?
Yes, ma'am. We're nothing but grateful for what my father and his brothers, my grandfather did in wrestling, and these were the cards that we were dealt. We were born into this. It's nothing we did or nobody we there was no really. It was just given. It was given. Yeah. These are the cards we were dealt.
Yeah, we're third generation. So it's only natural that we just go into our grandfather, our father, and our uncles. And so naturally we just fell right into it, and
you felt like this was your destiny.
Well,
you had to do
of course.
this.
Well, as children, we're in our little whitey tidies, pretending to be wrestlers, and I was pretending to be my dad. He's pretending to be one of my uncles, and to be able to do this with my brother of all, my best friend of all people, God is good.
Yeah. And has your dad ever been to England before? And is he with you this time?
He's not with us. He's not with us now. He's been here one time, never to wrestle, and so he's very interested on how things are going, what the crowd's going to be like, but honestly, so far, the people are so nice here. I couldn't believe it. I really could not believe it.
And your dad trained both of you?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
So what's that like working with your dad?
Our dad is very, very supportive of anything, because in high school, my brother, he played football and American football, and had a scholarship and was going to go play in college, and I was going to go throw discus in college, and he just was 100% supporter of us. And then wrestling became just kind of just like came in out of nowhere. Harley Race, he's a world champion in the United States, and he called my dad and said, hey, I want your boys to come out here to my wrestling academy and just try it out and see what they think about it. And we went not knowing anything about
a wrestling ranch.
Yeah.
What does that even look like?
It was a town. I mean, it was a town in the middle of nowhere called Eldon, Missouri, and it was really in the middle of nowhere. Like we had to stay there for 2 months, and we went. I think what we did for fun is watch like Pee-wee baseball games, and like
there's absolutely nothing.
There's nothing to do. You're there to learn and to be focused.
No
and
distractions
everything.
at all.
Your dad is, with the deepest respect, and I don't want to pick a fight with you two, no way. But your dad is called Kevin. That is the most un-pro wrestler name.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin. Yeah, that's.
Is that his fighting name?
Well, that's his real name.
That's his real name.
And that's how my dad. He's not at one of those aggressive alpha guy. He didn't seem like he has anything to prove. He wrestling kind of just same thing. It was in his family. He was an athlete and just fell into it. And whatever you do with all your might. And so if we're gonna be wrestlers, let's try to be the best wrestlers we can. And I get to have my brother with me.
So you are completely together. You work as a tag team.
Yes, ma'am.
So what's that like working together then? Do you get on with each other all the time?
Actually, force too, in a way, you know.
Yeah, kind of force. I gotta live with this guy. Yeah, but it's weird. Is you know, it's as children we fight all the time. But and honestly, when we first got sent off, I was directly out of high school, and he was in between college and stuff, and we had to go to Japan for 3 months, and I had a girlfriend in that little puppy love stage, and you know, and so I was just homesick. But in Japan, there was no Wi-Fi or anything. Our phones didn't work, so there was no distractions. And my brother's all I had, and so I just appreciated having, you know, my blood brother always with me, always, and we kind of just have this unspoken, you know, protect each other and just keep have each other's backs no matter what. And
it must be tough though, being out on the roads and working together all the time. Is there anything that annoys you about him? Say, Ross?
Yeah. I guess I guess there's things, but you kind of just learn to, you know, get over it, move on.
Are we saying everything we hate about each other?
Yeah, go on. Just see this as a kind of counselling session.
Yeah.
Just tell me, you know,
he
what
snores
really.
in his sleep.
He doesn't.
Oh, okay. Are we gonna go there?
What's your style of wrestling then? I have been watching. I mean, I don't really know much about pro wrestling. I said earlier on I used to watch Big Daddy and Giant Haystack on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with these?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my goodness, they were legends in the UK.
Larger than life.
Larger than absolutely. So what's your style of wrestling like then?
Our style is, you know, Texas strong style. It's you know, just brawling, and that's kind of how we were brought up. That's how we were brought up, and it's basically, you know, it's we protect each other, you know, and I wouldn't say we have short tempers, but I have a shorter temper if I see someone wronging my brother. And same for him.
Are you the older brother?
I'm the younger brother.
You're the younger brother?
I'm the younger brother.
Ah, but you're very protective of your older brother.
Oh, he's protected. Yeah, we're both protective
very
of each
protective.
other. Yeah.
Now, explain this to me. I was watching some video last night, very late last night actually, and I can't remember who you were fighting. It was a recent fight, but two of you were against one in the ring. Now that doesn't seem fair to me. Is that allowed?
So you have some time. You have if a guy gets thrown out or something,
you have about 5 seconds where you're able to do a double team.
And so, you know, a win is a win. You got to take advantage, and usually we don't cheat until they cheat first.
And you're so mean to one another before it all gets going. So you go, you stink, and you're rubbish, and your mother's this, and how much of it is off the cuff then?
It's all
spiel,
improv. It's all improv, and you know, we're just trying to have fun. You know, it's these are the cards we're dealt, and you might as well go all out.
Yeah. I love it. Okay, more from Ross and Marshall Von Erich in a few minutes' time, and we're going to be playing just a fun game called Wrestler or Wrong 'Un, and basically it's 10 wrestler